So you're moving to Idaho Falls with your family and you have little kids. What the heck are you gonna do all day? In this video, I'm gonna give you my favorite things to do with little kids in Idaho Falls. My name's Haley Wild. I'm your East Idaho realtor. Let's get started. Okay, so you're new to Idaho Falls and you have little kids and you don't have any friends yet. What are you gonna do all day? The very first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna drive to Kids Town on Hit Road and you're gonna buy yourself a season pass. I used to go to Kids Town all the time, once or twice a week when my kids were little, especially in the winter when it's cold and yucky outside. Now, the owners are personal friends of mine, so this might be a little bit of a plug for them, but I'm telling you, it is the best place in town to entertain your kids for hours at a time, and I mean hours, all day. We used to go when my kids were little, get a little Happy Meal. They have a place where you can sit and eat with your kids, and we would stay there all day long. They also have a preschool option, which I mentioned in a previous video. So if you're looking for a preschool, be sure to inquire about that when you go. But it is a great place. We are so glad that it came to Idaho Falls because we had nothing like it before. And it is the perfect place to entertain your kids when you've got nothing else to do. Hey, the next thing you're gonna do, depending on where you live, is you're gonna go get yourself a library card. Either the Idaho Falls Library, which is near downtown, or the new Bonneville County Library in Ammon near Chick-fil-A off of Hit Road. Both libraries are great. They have tons of space to sit down and read and play with your kids. And so I would highly recommend going and getting your library card so you can take advantage of those wonderful amenities that are now not only downtown Idaho Falls for residents of the west side of town, but now in Ammon as well. So go and make sure you sign up at the library. Now in Idaho Falls, we have a really small, manageable zoo. And I mean small, like in a good way. It's not too much walking, not too many things to see, so it's perfect for little kids. Their family membership is really pretty reasonable. I think it's under $100 for up to a family of 6. You can add a grandparent pass to it. And I think when you sign up, you even get some free passes to give out to your friends. So spending time at the Idaho Falls Zoo is the perfect afternoon, kind of like after lunch, before nap time. It's just manageable enough that you can see everything and do everything. It's very walkable. The Idaho Falls Zoo, it's actually called the toughest zoo. They also have events throughout the year around Halloween and other times. So having a zoo membership, if you have little kids, is a really great idea and will give you hours of fun in the spring, summer, and fall. The Auditorium on Broadway near downtown is an excellent place to spend the afternoon. We used to go on Sunday afternoons and then we'd walk downtown and get something to eat. It is so cheap to get in. I couldn't believe it. And my kids, even my bigger kids, liked the activities there and we spent quite a bit of time there. It's a great place to go when the weather's a little bit colder. And they also have throughout the year art classes for little kids that are super reasonable. So make sure to check out their website if you're interested in putting your kids in a class, but definitely go one weekend and see if you like it. The Museum of Idaho is close to the auditorium and it has different exhibits that come. It's kind of separated into 2 parts, a rotating exhibit, and then upstairs they have like an Idaho exhibit with interactive things for the kids to do that stays year round. It's a great place to spend an afternoon. I believe they have season passes as well if your kids are particularly interested in museums, but it's an excellent place to spend some time and the exhibits there are super interesting and kid friendly, so go check it out. If your kids are a little bit bigger, check out the Edge Climbing Gym in Ammon on Hit Road. My kids love going there once we got a little bit bigger. It is a little bit more spendy, but they do have a punch pass option. So I would definitely check it out if you guys are into rock climbing or looking to explore that. They have great customer service. Their associates are always willing to help and teach you new things, and it's a great way to spend your day. Okay, so once summer hits and we don't need to spend all of our time indoors, there are a few parks that I would recommend hitting up. Freeman Park is an expansive park with a lot of walking trails, a lot of open space. Toughest Park near the zoo is a great park to go play out. They have several different playgrounds and a skate park that kids can take their scooters and bikes and skateboards on. So definitely check out Toughest Park. And then McCowan Park is my favorite place to go play pickleball. It's also right next to a splash pad, so it's great for all ages, that splash pad. And then the local pool is there in Ammon as well. Let's talk a little bit more about wintertime activities before we move on to summer. If you're a skiing family, there are several ski resorts around, and we also have 2 brand new tubing parks, one in Ammon and one in Idaho Falls. So spending your afternoon tubing with family and friends is a great way to spend some time outdoors. We also have near the Southeast Zoo an ice skating rink, so make sure you go and check out ice skating as well. Once the weather warms up, we always like to start walking on the Snake River Greenbelt. We often take a picnic down there and just spend as much time as the kids want. They catch crawdads and other little minnows and stuff in the river. So spending time on the Greenbelt, walking as a family, seeing what birds you can spot is a really fun way to spend a Sunday afternoon. And then once a year, I feel like I do have to mention the Eastern Idaho State Fair. So if you have just moved here or you're moving here, the Eastern Idaho State Fair is really a pretty big deal to us. It's in Blackfoot at the fairgrounds, and it is an experience. When I first moved here from Boise, I was unfamiliar with such a fair. I had never really been to one, but now it's kind of a tradition to go look at the 4-H animals, eat the fair food, watch a tractor pull, watch the rodeo. So make sure if you're new to Idaho and East Idaho, hit up the Eastern Idaho State Fair. It's a little bit spendier, but it's definitely an experience, and we've made it into a family tradition. There you have it. There's just a few ideas of what you can do with your kids if you are moving to Idaho Falls. As always, if you're planning a move to Idaho Falls, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out new content every week to get you acquainted with Idaho Falls before your move. And if you decide that Idaho Falls is the place for you, please give me a call. I would love to show you around and help you find the perfect spot for you and your family. Stay tuned. There'll be more videos to come. See you next time.